Keep my ex-wife's name out your mouth is what Will Smith apparently should have said. And in the bombshell that Jada released, completely embarrassing this man yet again, dropping a shocking revelation that, in my opinion, may confirm that this lady is a witch lady with a demon or demons, a legion. This is crazy talk. The stuff that she reveals here and the way she reveals it, watch the body language, watch the facial expressions. This is next level depravity. And here's the deal. I told y'all last year, don't cape for Will Smith for slapping Chris Rock. Those of y'all that did that, y'all were goofy. You were goofies, okay? Because I said the real problems stood with Will. And y'all got mad at me. And what you mean? Words are violence. You can respond with physical violence because words are violence. Y'all sound stupid knowing now that this dude had been not with this lady, this demon witch lady, since 2016. Our hero, our beloved Will Smith. That Jada and Will line age like milk. That Jada and Will kind of love. Ugh, yuck. All right, yuck. All right, so let's get into this clip. Oh, man. This is why the red pill exists.
Watch her face.
This is why. If the red pill, if their mission statement was to keep guys away from women like this, they would still be around and thriving. To just avoid women like this. Mind you, she just posted her dancing with Tupac like a week ago, 2 Fresh Prince around Will Smith's birthday. That just happened like a week ago. Okay? She has seared her conscience. Get the demon slayers on the phone. They do this sort of deliverance. Pagani was breaking it down for me, meaning there are celebrities that reach out that need deliverance. And I hope, I'm not trying to be funny, I hope this lady reaches out to Signorelli or Pagani or Saldivar or someone. She's sick.
Things in the book, but the thing that surprised me the most, that I actually had to reread it because I said, is this true?
Right.
Look at the smile.
That in
Why
2016,
is she smiling?
you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yeah.
It was not a divorce on paper,
Right.
but it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
Look at her face.
y'all have
This is
been
a sickness of the highest order.
This lady is sick in the head. The fact that she's gleefully smiling about this is, if this ain't a case of the demonic, look at her, look how gleeful she is about this.
years ago now.
Yes.
Y'all have
She's
been
laughing.
apart.
Yeah.
What was with the sound effect? Pause that. What was the...
And the hand motion.
We're
so done. Yuck. Yuck.
But in public, the couple, who married in 1997, denied the gossip about their marriage. This interview on Bravo's Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen was taped a year after Will and Jada separated.
So how long have you guys been together?
23 years.
Wow. That's amazing.
Look at her
How do you keep
lying.
it hot?
How do I keep it hot? You know,
Sleeping with other guys.
maybe I don't know.
She knew.
Oh, she knows.
She knew. This is probably around the same timeline as her and her little son's friend.
I close my eyes and visualize Tupac.
Baffled, really.
Her entanglement. Yuck. Stay away from women like this. I don't care if they're charming. I don't care if they're beautiful. Men, stay away from women like this. Go ahead.
Over the next several years, Jada and Will kept up the appearance of a committed married couple. They even faced a scandal when Jada had what she called an entanglement with a family friend. Neither let the public know they had already split.
So I guess my question is, I feel like you're a straight talker.
I am.
Except you're not sometimes.
Yeah.
So why?
Yo, I feel like you're a straight talker. I am, except you're not sometimes. She's like, yep. She's a very agreeable person, apparently.
Gosh, bro, this is so bad.
I do that. Like, what was the reason?
I think just not being ready yet. Still trying to figure out between the two of us how to be in partnership, right?
What?
And in regards to how do we present that to people, you know? And we hadn't figured that out.
During our walk in Baltimore...
Wait. Okay, listen. You can't be functionally divorced in every measurable metric. you're smashing other dudes. He's probably with other women. You're living in other houses, and then say that what you really wanted was to figure out your partnership. There's no partnership. Your kids are grown. There's no partnership at this point. What are we doing?
Jada reflected on their breakup. Why did the relationship fracture?
Oh, why it fractured? That's a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I think by the time we got to 2016, we were just exhausted with trying. I think we were both kind of still stuck in our fantasy of what we thought the other person should be.
Jada says she considered a legal divorce, but could never go through with it.
I made a promise that there will never be a reason for us to get a divorce. We will work through whatever.
Pause.
That made no sense. Oh, no.
So
Legally, she's a committed wife.
I am so confused. If in every functional sense, you are no longer together, but you don't want to, what? And then you humiliate this man. You dehumanize this man every single chance you get. Is it, what was, you guys are saying it's for the money. I don't know if it's for the money, because what was the value of their relationship? I feel like Will Smith is way more of a stand-up dude letting this demon witch woman go.
Darkness.
I think in terms of the audience, we just go, man, bro, yeah, like you played yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You played yourself, but you played yourself, but at least you could stand as a man and not let her drag you every 6 months with how you aren't putting it down in bed and how much she loved Tupac better, and Willow Smith writing letters to Tupac and all this weird stuff that they've been doing.
And I just haven't been able to break that promise.
I already did.
But you still live separately.
We live separately.
I have so many questions.
Watch this.
So many
It was
questions.
the strangest kind of revelation.
She wanted to say it was the strangest interview she ever did.
Oh, yeah.
The strangest revelation.
She caught herself.
She caught herself.
To realize that these two people have had separate lives. I mean, they have not called each other husband and wife in all of those years.
Except for the appearance everywhere they went.
Except for the appearances, right? Including at the Oscars.
Yes.
By the way, there's a whole chunk in this book that we're going to get into in the Dateline special and also a little later here of what happened in that moment when he said, get my wife's name out of your mouth, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's a whole backstory there, too. But Jada is candid and honest in this book. I mean, she's saying things that she's never said, so they've kind of been living this pretend life publicly.
For years.
They knew the secret. They know it.
So now she's telling everyone.
Yeah.
But they're not divorced.
Nope.
So they're
And they
separated.
don't plan on it. They don't plan on getting divorced.
I think a lot of American families can relate, though. I think there's a lot more distance between husbands and wives than anybody ever really talks about.
Yeah.
But
That's sick. That's sick. I think a lot of American families can relate.
Nah.
Go work on your marriage, Carson Daly. What are we talking
Is that
about?
this guy?
Yeah. What are we talking about?
He's like, it's not that strange. I don't know why you keep saying it's the strangest thing you've ever heard of.
No, this is abnormal. This is not normal. This is not normal. And why am I railing so hard against this? Because of that. Because they will try to normalize this. They will try to normalize this. Remember,
It's vulnerability.
yeah, it's vulnerability, it's honesty, it's authentic. A year before they weren't living in the same household, J. Cole dropped the I want that Jada and Will kind of love line.
Ugh.
Which again, aged like milk.
Did it in 2014 or 2015?
They haven't been together since Obama was in office. That's crazy.
And that's the best time to be together.
Yeah, man. So play the rest of this.
But this sounds like something.
Wait, what's the
that's
what's the best time to be together?
We have a lot more on this conversation. I was fascinated by her, by the way. First time I'd sat down and spoke with her for a long period of time.
You read the book?
I read the book from cover to cover. Yeah, we're going to do a special on NBC News. It's called Jada's Story, Friday night, 8/7.
Here's the deal. Usually I wouldn't say something like this. And I don't have no problem with people watching these podcasts and these conversations because I understand it's a dumpster fire. But if you read this book, if you go and buy this book and you read this thing, you should be brought before the church for church discipline. Okay? Do not buy this trash. Do not buy this filth. Do not support this nonsense. I don't know who's in the market for a Jada. Does she have a fan base?
Reading is such an intellectual activity as well that it's like, what a waste.
Who's going to buy this thing?
Like, I get it if you're watching through on 2x speed because you're just too addicted to the drama on a YouTube video.
Yeah, she's putting all this is coming out because she's putting out a book. Of course, she got to get everybody talking. But I'm like, is this really a strategy? Like, let's just go as hot, like #1 trending on everything right now, right? So is the logic? Let's just go #1 trending on everything, and then by sheer mass and volume, people will then buy the book. Is that? I'm asking. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the goal would be #1 trending. Tell them this big bombshell. So now there should be a big reveal of all the details inside of the book if you go get the book.
Oh, okay. So for the other,
like she's telling all this stuff.
Other demonic Jezebel witch women out there, they can all rally around this thing, and it could be their big manifesto.
Yeah, I honestly think some people just kind of waste their time. I think it's like some people read for entertainment.
I'm nauseous. I'm nauseous, and I'm not. Listen, I'm. We don't wrestle against flesh and blood, right? I'm not trying to dehumanize her. But there's something spiritual going on there. People are asking me if I believe in deliverance. Absolutely 1,000% for someone like Jada Smith. 100%. There is something spiritual going on there that is awful. It is awful. And I am shocked that this is normalized. That this is like, because again, like someone cut her a check for this book. Someone gave her a bag for this book.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Someone is going to read this nonsense, and someone's going to think this is cool. Like, someone's going to think this is normal. Like, have a family with someone you aren't functionally married to, have kids, humiliate them every moment you get, and keep it pushing. Stay married. Like, as if that's somehow noble. As if that's somehow normal. I can't, man. I can't. I don't like to make a lot of these videos dunking on people, but like I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Like this is so sad, and I'm so just yuck. You got anything to add to this?
Nah, man, that's crazy.
What if she would have called the book Entanglement? What's the book called? Let's give her some free press.
Let's give her some
what is this
free
stupid
clout.
book called? It's gonna be called like My True Self or like My Authentic Honesty or something super cringe. I bet you.
Authentic honesty.
What is it called?
Worthy.
Yeah, I called it. It's something. It's so cringe. We see, according to the Bible, that prayer is extremely important in terms of us being transformed from the inside out when we get aligned with God's will. I want you guys to implement these spiritual disciplines in your day-to-day life. And the only way I've been able to do this consistently is through writing down my prayers in a prayer journal that does a few things. One, it allows me to reflect and come to God humbly and ask him to move on my behalf. And two, it allows me to document my prayers, which ultimately help me remember the very things that I was praying for and see the hand of God tangibly in my life when he answers them. So I would urge you, consider writing down your prayers. It could be in a blank notebook. It could even be on your phone. Or you could check out the one I personally designed and used from my own quiet time and spiritual discipline that I think will be a huge blessing. It's the exact structure and system that I've used for years to pray and be more consistent in my spiritual disciplines. And here's the thing, with the hope to create a prayer movement, we've made the PDF version of this prayer journal completely free. So to get the PDF of our prayer journal completely for free, go to blessgodpdf.shop